Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. Before I begin my story time, I would like to introduce myself. I am Sam. I'm a trans Venezuelan artist, animator, writer, and storyboarder. Big load of words, but simply put, I like to make all sorts of things and talking about past life experiences. I am a masculine non-binary person and my pronouns are he, they. If you wish to comment down below the video to ask a question, compliment, etc., it's fine, I don't really care. Just follow terms of service and be respectful. Otherwise,
You'll see.
now that I'm done with like the yapping and everything, let's get started. After I was born in October, as a cute little baby, I might add, not bragging, I was born into the United States and into my Spanish heritage. Although I was born here after some stuff happened between my parents, my mom and I went back to the country that she originated from, which was Venezuela. Where pretty much every single member of on both sides of my family lived, except my dad, who still was in America during that time. I grew up around them, pairing against with my cousins that we couldn't afford, mom and family helping me learn about agriculture, fighting kids in my school for not being able to sit on the green square during story time in school, eating delicious tequeños and sweet chocolate sweets whenever my mom could afford some, in spite of the insane prices due to the economic crisis, but we'll get to that. Playing Roblox games like Mix City, work at a pizza place, natural disaster, and many more games that I still hold close to the core of my soul. I often wore rose-tinted glasses living in Venezuela. It never quite hit me how bad things could be sometimes. You couldn't buy things like medicine, get full meals due to the cost of getting food, have to look over your shoulder whenever you walked outside to the crime, especially at night, and always stay inside whenever our protest began, in fear of being caught in the crossfire with police throwing tear gas and attacking anyone seen, even someone who isn't involved. My mother wanted to give me a better life, so she worked tirelessly in order to get a visitor visa. And one day, after a week of packing, preparing, planning, and saying goodbyes to people I knew for years, not knowing that I will never see them again for pretty much 10 years, and looking for a place to crash once we got there, and more planning, and a lot of saving money, and getting our plane tickets, we were off. I left behind my toys, my friends and family, the entire world I knew to start anew. And when me and my mom finally came here to the States, when we met with my dad and stayed at his home for the time being, I felt like I was an alien. I didn't know anyone. I struggled with English, and as the story goes on, you'll see I was a target for bullies because of this. Which is kind of like the subject of this whole video. Being the new kid in the school where you don't quite know all of English yet. But anyway, when me and my mom came in, my mom and dad, both Venezuelan by the way, worked together to help me get into a school. One of the other reasons my mom wanted us to go to the United States was to get better access to an education, due to being very easily overstimulated and having difficulties learning. The school I used to be in kicked me out due to, well, simply put, ableism. My mom tried getting me into other schools, but none of them accepted me, and none of the schools that could be afforded had access to special education for children who were disabled, like me. She tried looking for teachers that could help and educate me. Some worked, some not so much, some led to me having lifelong trauma, until she ultimately decided to go homeschool with a teacher she kept contact with to teach me basic English, manners, etc., until we could finally fly to the States. Fast forward, we both get into the US, parents find and help me get into a school. Yippee! Although I did know some basic English at the time, like where's the bathroom, can I have water, etc., I still struggled with it. I made a nice little scenario to kind of like see how it kind of was. It's not something that actually happened, but just to kind of illustrate it, how it would be sometimes. Oh, hi, you must be so-and-so's kid. What you need, buddy? Shit, what do we do? Oh, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I got it. Why don't we just ask them in Spanish? That's actually a good idea. I don't think this is gonna really work. Oh, shut up. ¿Puedo comer la torta, porfa? What? And this is where the scene ends, so I'll just continue reading on as usual. A lot of interactions I had as a kid were more or less as I showed. I need to ask something, doesn't fit the English vocabulary I know, I go, fuck it, and ask it in Spanish, and there's a teeny tiny chance that they may or may not understand. But due to it being America, and if there are a lot of Spanish immigrants and Hispanic people and a melting pot of culture, when it comes to public spaces like school, most of the kids and teachers likely don't understand. Some do though. And due to me having a lack of vocabulary on the first day whenever I was with kids or teachers that I never knew and didn't have an idea what the hell they were saying, I just smile and nod to everything. If they asked me what my favorite color was, I'd smile and nod. If they asked me how was my day, I smile and nod, and they just have to assume with it. I hope they weren't too confused. But luckily, I was put in a special education class there to help me learn English, math, and other subjects I struggle with. One of the benefits of that school, and the very thing my mom hoped for me to get access to once we migrated. But even if I had finally gotten the things I needed, the problems didn't end there.
Hey, do you know your birthday? Sam doesn't know when their birthday is. I obviously knew when my birthday was. I just couldn't translate it into Spanish. So, when a kid asked me a question like that, I simply couldn't answer because I didn't know how to say it in English. I was in a new environment and anxious enough as it is. I couldn't think straight. Not to mention I'd feel like a heavy sack of potatoes every time I came home and hit the bed because of how severe the bullying had gotten. School has always been physically and emotionally exhausting. At this moment in the story and in my life in general, emotional exhaustion was putting me at my limit. I was only 8 years old, into my first ever year in this country and this school, and I was already getting picked on and targeted for not being as fast of a learner as the other kids were. I was already at a disadvantage with having to learn an entirely new language in a new environment, having a learning disability, but to add on to that, my own self-doubt following series after series of days of being picked on. But as time went on, so did my inner rage. I've had a habit since I was very young to bottle up my emotions. And as anyone knows that isn't good, when you eventually snap, it will lead to very bad and dire consequences in most cases. Broken walls, relationships lost with the people you love, losing trust with yourself. And although that rage comes out from within, doesn't always help, and isn't useful, for little me, it had come to help me. Do you know how to... I feel that at that point in my life, it was the first time ever that I had let off a lot of pent-up steam within me to stand up for myself, and in a less violent way as well. But even after this, I did still face bullying from the other kids. Another one of them, specifically that, didn't really favor me that well. Go inside! So I really like you, but... Hey, why would you push them? This particular moment formed a very tense relationship with this one specific kid, who, from what I and others experienced, talked about and more, he wasn't the best kid. He was a bit mischievous and pushed people around, said rather mean things, gossiped, etc. I can only assume that maybe that kid didn't have the best home life and was simply repeating that things that his role models had done. In this case, his parents, maybe his friends, and maybe his siblings. And for that, I'm not really mad at him. I'm just sad. I will go off on a tangent and say that most of the time kids can misbehave out of frustration, out of trauma, and out of a lot of other things. Most of the time being from learning from bad role models, which is why parents and older siblings should aspire to be good role models, but also to check up on children, even if you're not the parent of that child. Sometimes things aren't so black and white, like good kids do good things and bad kids do bad. Good. Fuck my life. But yeah, sometimes kids aren't so black and white. It's very, and I'm sorry for saying this, but in a way it's kind of ableist to kind of just group kids like that. You never know what types of things kids have or what they're going through, and to simply group them for misbehaving or doing good is already setting them up for failure, pretty much. Because they're kids. Their brains aren't even fully developed yet. They're still learning about the world. They're still learning about the colors that they see every day, the colors that they like. Maybe they liked blue one day and maybe the next day they like yellow. Why? Because blue is the sky, but then the sky got stormy, so they don't like it anymore. And now they miss the blue. But then when they saw the sun come out, they like yellow because it reminds them of the warmth. That's kind of how funny it is too, because like we as a society, we keep grouping people into these groups, and that was what happened with me too. I was the new kid who didn't know any English. I was the weird kid who was always in the corner doodling. I was the stupid kid who didn't even know most of the answers for most of the time. I was the kid who, simply put, didn't fit in. And for the last 2 years to those days and even now, I still feel like I don't fit in, like I'm a little gear in like this wall of gears upon gears, that they're all made for each other. They all grind together and they all work together and it all makes this beautiful system, but I can't be a part of that system because I'm too different. I'm sorry for going so much on a tangent, but it is kind of how it is with being disabled, because you're like a gear and society sees you as this gear and sees everyone as this gear. Everyone has a place to fill for this system to work, and if it doesn't work and you don't fill it, then you're useless. And for a very, very long time, I had a bad sense of worth, and I'm still trying to work that out with my therapist even today. And it's a really big amount of emotions that I've had for years and years, even as small as being picked on as I was when I was growing up. And I'm not sure if some people consider it bullying or not, but even then, I don't care if people consider it bullying or not. It affected me. A lot of things affect people on many ways. You never really know how much something affects someone until, well, they either tell you or they show you. But at the same time, you can be able to make your own system, even if you don't fill in a wall, and be able to move the whole system. Simply put, fuck that system. Make your own. Find your own people. I've been able to find my own people. I've been able to make friends that struggle through the same things that I did, and it's kind of beautiful in a way. I'm probably gonna end it now because like I need to kind of continue working, but I just wanted to finish up this video, and thank you so much for all of the support so far. I think by the time this comes out, I hopefully have already reached 700, and if not, then we're close, which I am still very thankful about because I never thought this would get so far. But yeah, I hope you all have a nice day, and yeah.